Dun, 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 dun. Yo, Banter fam, I'm actually going to tell you something quite funny. If you do have a look at our Twitter and you go have a look, the alarm bells are going crazy right now within the office. I am not supposed to be broadcasting right now as there is an emergency. Remember last time we had the fire emergency going off? We've had this alarm screaming now for the last 30 minutes, and I refuse to not do a show. So I'm going to do a quick show for you guys. I might get kicked out halfway, but anything for the Banter fam is worth it. And I'm going to quickly just update you guys on tomorrow because I'm so excited for, small pullback in the market, but wow, is it working beautifully with my teaching? Because I got something beautiful else to show you guys and to teach you that we will never be able to control the market 100%, but we're always able to act on the markets. And there's always positive sides to up or downwards in the markets. And I'm going to show you guys the key strategy on why very much yesterday Bitcoin rejected 618. Is it the end of the world? Is this the top levels? Let's go through it all. Let me teach you guys and let's kick ass today. Like I said, I might get kicked out, but it is totally worth it. Let's get the show going. So, Banter fam, what's up, what's up? What's up to our beloved community? I hope you're all doing fantastic. To anyone that is new, join the best community out there. Make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Make sure you're following myself on Twitter, Sheldon_sniper, as well as all the Twitter handles below. And make sure you're using the tools. Make sure you're using our website where we are posting daily posts. We have charts of the day, and we have a lot of free information that is out there. Make sure you're on our Telegrams. We have a snipers charting group there too. So make sure you are part of everything. So you are using all the tools that we need to communicate with you guys throughout this whole process. So let's have a look at what is happening right now in the markets. We got a beautiful little spike up from Bitcoin. We then had a nice little red candle that rejected behind it. And end of the day, we can still see that what we are doing is still trending in this big sort of range. Now you can see on the tile that we have this range of where this market is basically ranging to a upward sort of offloading section, I like to call it, and then a loading section at this sort of point. And it's quite obvious, that we did change the trend a few weeks ago, as I was saying, this downwards trend. And now we're very much clear in a sideways accumulation trend at this point. And the only difference is now is we have the whales having a lot of fun. And what I want to teach you guys today is this is the stage in the market where the whales and the big institutions make the most money, because this is where they're able to play beautifully in a range and they are accumulating Bitcoin or any of the major cryptos. This is where they accumulate crypto, is in this phase over here. Think about it, guys. We can see it very clearly with all of these big volume bars that when we're getting down to these low ranges, big guys are buying. There's not retail buying at these levels because these are extreme levels, fear levels in the market. We know that the big guys love to absorb and love to stock up on fear levels. And you can see very clearly by these big green volume bars that every time we are getting down to those zones, they are buying. Then if we start to go into the lower range sort of views and we want to zoom in a little bit more, when it is getting to the top bands, this is where they are looking to sort of offload. You can see here very, very clearly that we had strong volume to the upward side, and then someone is offloading, bringing it straight back to the loading zone. And we can see here very much that the whales are playing the game. What's up? Oh, sorry, dude. I'm going live. I know everyone's probably kicked out. I don't know what's going on there right now. I'm live. I'm doing a show, dude. The Banter community deserves the show. Like that's how it works. Is everyone coming back in? Okay, let me continue my work, brother. So as I was saying, guys, that right now we're in the fun zone of the whales where we do have a very clear channel. And, some might say the longer term sort of swing traders that this is a beautiful way for them to load up the bottoms of the of the channel and to be selling the tops of the channels. And we know very much that this is the very clear indication, or the clear channel that we have, that if we break through the top band, we know we're going to start moving to the higher points of the market. And if we break the bottom band, we can start entering the lower points of the market. The low points of the market is the 28K. Below that, we have the $20,000 mark. It's things that we can't write off. But it's things that we can track and always have a strategy that either way this goes, we need to have a way that we can win out of this. Either if the market goes to the downside or it goes to the upside, if we have the correct strategy, we can profit and make and work sort of accordingly to that. So if I look at the short-term sort of view now on what happened with Bitcoin, is we did have a strong little push up. We did get rejected at 618, which is the normal technical point of rejection of a normal impulse wave to the downward side. And what we've done now is we've come down and we are testing this major support. So as long as we can hold a higher low, means we can go and attempt this band again. And if we lose that lower low, that means we can come down to the lower band again. So we're still ranging. Not much has changed. We shouldn't be really surprised that we are still playing in these sort of zones. But what we spoke about yesterday is we spoke about taking some altcoins trades, right? We spoke about using our trading portfolio and start looking at, is there ways that we can start making some dollars? And this is where I taught you guys yesterday that we're entering trades, but we're also managing risk. And I'm going to show you the power of both, because either way is actually a win-win. You got two different aspects of when you're trading those markets, and it's quite simple. If you have a look, let's jump in here. It's very simple. If you start to make it simple for yourself, is when the market is trending upwards, you can accumulate dollars, right? You're buying bottoms, you're riding it up, you're taking TPs, you're making dollars, right? When the market is trending down, you have the opportunity to accumulate tokens. Very simple. By buying Bitcoin at 40K, putting a stop loss at 39K, all of a sudden Bitcoin collapses and drops below 39K and it goes to 35K. You stopped out, let's say you bought one Bitcoin and you bought one Bitcoin at the region of 39,000. Okay. Or let's say 40K. You bought it at 40K. You had a stop loss at 39,000. Now what basically happens is we start to trend up. So you didn't have TPs in play. You bought in this region over here. And now this collapses through and it hits your stop loss. But Bitcoin now trends down to 34,000. Now, what did you do? You executed your dollars at this point to make dollar gains, right? But you put a stop loss in play. Now, people think a stop loss is there just to protect your dollars. A stop loss is not there to protect your dollars. A stop loss is actually a strategy to accumulate more tokens. Now, if you bought one Bitcoin at 40,000 and you got stopped out at 39,000 and Bitcoin goes to 34,000, you would then be looking at where you were able to buy Bitcoin, one Bitcoin at 40,000, and then you want to be buying back 34, you would actually be able to buy 1.15 Bitcoin at 34. So what did that do in that process? It means you got stopped out and you may have lost, call it, 3 to 5% within your dollar value. But when it came down and it came down to the 34K region, you were able to purchase more Bitcoin than what you had previously. So you may not have accumulated dollars within that trade, but you were able to accumulate another 10% of Bitcoin. And that's the whole power of it. Is the reason why we're running a stop loss strategy is because we are always going to be acting on trades when it is showing us a proper structural break. Now, what do we mean by that? And I'm going to jump into these altcoins that we spoke about yesterday and how we spoke about taking these trades. And all that happened with the Kusama trade yesterday is we broke out, we came down, and we tested trend again, right? And what did we say before that? We said we are putting a stop loss under the previous low. So right now, you're not stopped out, you're not anything like that, but your risk is managed. And the reason why we have a stop loss at the zone is because we broke out of this long daily trend to the downward side. If we break into that trend again, it means very much likely we are coming back down to lower levels. Very simple. And then I zoom out and I say, okay, but if I go have a look now, where did Kusama bounce? It bounced on this support area over here. We tracked the trend over here. We tracked the breakout of trend. But if that is a fake out and not a breakout, it means that we could lose support on this next trend and we can go test the next support trend to the downward side. And if you see that and you look at that, you're like, wow, okay, that's another 30% to the downward side. So what my whole strategy behind this is, I want to be buying in the zone because this is the indication that I'm getting. I'm getting a buying territory zone. Then what I do is I track my stop loss under that zone. And so what am I looking at? I'm buying Kusama now to make dollars, right? That's why I entered it, because we're getting a positive feed that this could be moving to the upward side. I then have my targets on where I want to be taking some sort of profits along the journey. So I'm putting this trade in the point that if it goes right, I'm looking to make between 25% at my first TP and 50% within my second TP. Remember the whole purpose of the trading portfolio: no love, no nothing. We are there to get in there, get the job done, and to get out. My HODL rides through the whole wave. Now, if it goes wrong, what does it mean? It means I get stopped out, but I'm getting stopped out at a key level. I'm getting stopped at a level where we're breaking structure, where we're breaking support, we're breaking lows. And many times we can see that before. Let me just show you, for example. If we look at this zone over here, we would have had a trend, right? In that play. And we would have wanted to buy in that zone over there. And where would we have put a stop loss? We would have put a stop loss under the previous low, as that's where we want to reclaim and redeem and keep holding higher lows. Now, if my stop loss was there, it would have rallied up, would have made a little bit of dollars. Let's say I didn't take profits, and now all of a sudden we collapsed. What would have happened in the zone over here? So I would have lost 10% to 15% dollar value, right? But by me getting stopped out at the zone would have given me a level to come back to another zone where I could have reclaimed and bought back my tokens. The only difference is this time is by me getting stopped out there, I would have been able to accumulate 22% more Kusama. So remember, if the market is trending up, it's the dollar point of view that you're focusing on. The market is trending down and you get stopped out or something that happens, it's not a negative thing. It just means that there's no dollars to be made in the market right now, but there's tokens to be made. And by me getting stopped out of that area and coming down to the next zone, I was able to accumulate 22% more tokens. Now, the difference with that, though, is that it means that I need to, if I get stopped out, I need to still have a strategy on when I'm getting back in. Because if you get stopped out and it rallies down, and you never had a zone to reaccumulate your tokens or to buy back your tokens, and it bounces back up and it rallies back up, then it just shook you out of the market, and then you weren't able to get back in, and now you've lost your entry. Then you've certainly lost a little bit of dollars. You don't want to lose dollars and to lose tokens. So it's very important to understand that there's a strategy behind the simple thing of a stop loss and what we're actually using. So out of this zone here, what happened? We had the previous lows on where Kusama was. That will always remain support. And next, we had this support zone here. So I knew if I took a trade in this area over here, I would have put a stop loss under previous low. And guess what would have happened? I would have went into a little bit of dollars, and it would have fell down completely. And what it would have done is it would have taken my stop loss. It would have put me back into dollars. And then now I'm sitting in dollars and Kusama gets cheaper. And now I would have had the next support zone on where I would have wanted to load up some more again, make my 20% more Kusama. So not to say I made more dollars, I made more tokens now, and I would be redoing the process again. Now, the same thing that we've done here now. Now I've taken this trade again. I've bought in on the zone. If I get stopped out, I know it's very likely I'm coming back to these zones. I'm coming to the next support zones. So it means by me taking this trade, I've set myself up for 2 victories. Either I'm going to make my dollars and I need to have my exit points of where I'm getting out, or it's going to go against me. And if it goes against me, I have my buyback zone on where I'm going to accumulate more tokens. So does that not sound a lot better than just not knowing what you're doing? Now I know my stop loss gets hit. I want to be getting 20 to 25% more Kusama. The least I can do in a market that's not giving dollars right now, but it's giving me tokens. And on the next rally, it makes a really big difference. But isn't that what we want to do? Now, we spoke very much about a trading portfolio being a portfolio that you buy with and you're able to split and fill your other portfolios. That's the job of it. It's for you to get into something, to make some sort of tokens or dollars, and then to take the profits and diversify it into some cash, diversify it into your long term. You wanted to just take a portfolio, make some coins or dollars. Remember, USDT is a coin. I wanted to make coins. I wanted to use that. And I want to continuously use this throughout the year. If I can continuously do that without the year, I now have a strategy and I'm accumulating something, which means I don't have to continuously take money out of my pocket to accumulate. I can also use a strategy to help me accumulate tokens. And by me accumulating Kusama, by understanding that this zone over here, we settle down, and what our rules are is when the market settles down is when we want to be acting on it, because we want to be tracking the trend. Because we always know if something big in the market happens, a big move to the upward side, it will go sideways. What happened to Bitcoin? Think about it here. Let's go in here quickly. Let's go to the daily. What happened in this zone over here? Bitcoin went sideways. You know what I mean? If something moves very fast and then goes sideways, it gives us an indication that something's going to happen. Something's going to change. Momentum is stopping. Something is changing. Now, remember, I spoke about this area where something went down. We had this long downtrend, and then something changed in Bitcoin. That was the exact same. If I actually take this pattern over here and I reverse it, it's going to look exactly the same as this pattern over here, where we had a strong rally up. Something changed, which caused something bigger to change in the later effect. So when something changes and the slowdown, I know something's big. I got to crunch up. Something is happening to this sort of point. And then what happened? We changed direction. We shot all the way down into the zone. And then what happened? We went sideways again. Something changed to the previous run. Now with that changing, I know something different could come upon. And what happened next? Shot up completely. Then what happened here? Something changed. So you see how you start to get the view of that's when we always want to be acting, when something changes. Now, if it changes and I think it's going to go in one way, I'm prepping for that. If it goes the other way, I'm prepping for that. And that's what I was saying yesterday with the whole Kusama trade is I'm prepped for both. Something changed here because we were moving in a very strong directional change. And now all of a sudden we're trending. And when we're trending, I know something's changed. It's either going to be something on the view of this and start to make our way to the upward side, or it's going to trend here and it's going to shoot back to the downward side. Something's going to happen. It shoots to the downward side. I focus on making 20 to 25, 30% more tokens. That's all I can do right now. The market's not offering me dollars. So fine, I'll take tokens. That's fine. At least I've made something. And that's a big, big, big thing. Because now everyone keeps thinking, have we got that slide? As a crypto person that's coming into this market, your mindset's got to change quite a bit. And it's quite hard to actually change your mindset because we're used to dollars, we're used to fiat currency and all these things. It's very different in the crypto market. You got to be thinking in tokens. You got to be thinking in accumulating tokens. A lot of people ask me on the strategy I gave the other day, Sheldon, why when you say when we get to the massive overbought section, okay, why are you not telling people to go fully into fiat? Because my true currency that I want for the next 10 years is Bitcoin. So at the end of every bull cycle, I'm only focused on how much Bitcoin that I accumulate in that cycle. Then I know I need to take a break and I need to take the next 3 months and I need to relax while we wait for everything to reset. And then I'm on the road again of rebuilding my portfolio. That's going to make me more Bitcoin again. That's the whole purpose of it, that Bitcoin is my true one that I want to. So people need to think very differently. Now, why did I say I want to choose Bitcoin? Because I'm still, remember conviction and what I spoke about it. I still love seeing a currency like this. Let me just get out of this zone over here, get it there. I still love seeing a currency like this over a currency that looks like this. And it's a very big mind shift change, but it's super true. You know what I mean? Like, this is the currency we keep focusing on. This is the currency that I keep focusing on. And that's the whole view of it. So you need to stop looking at a drop in the market. What does it show today? It shows so many of these tokens that are 4, 5, 6, 10% down in the market. This was all opportunities to make tokens. Did you have a stop in place? Did you have a strategy behind it? Because someone is making tokens. And right now, it's not you, it's the whales. The whales are making the tokens right now because they were patient enough to offload where they needed to, and they were prepared for either way of the downside. And when the downside came, thank you, my coins are on special, and I'm loading up more tokens, and I'm stocking up again. So we got to really shift our mindset on what we're actually building. So when I'm entering a trade, as long as it's structured, and I actually know what I'm doing What I mean by that is knowing that we've shifted or we've changed something or something's happened. This is why I'm entering. Once I've entered that, I can prep for the next move. 25 to 35 to 50%. If it goes right, I'll make dollars. If it goes wrong, I'll make 20 to 30% tokens. But I have to buy back my tokens here. I need to know where I'm buying back. Maybe it can go a little bit lower than that zone next. End of the day, I was in there to make, I was happy to make. Are you guys happy to make 30, 40% on a trade to the upward side? And even if it goes a little bit more, doesn't matter. Are you happy to make 30, 40% consistently on trades? Yes, you are with dollars. Definitely. Anyone that says no it makes no sense to me. But are you, so why aren't we happy if the market goes down and you can make 20, 30% tokens whenever, like, and accurately and consistent? You know, it's that same mental shift. So I'm still doing very strongly with my Kusama trade right now. I'm still very happy with this right now, and I'm prepped for both. And this is my strategy behind my Kusama trade. The question asked me, and my team asked me this morning, Sheldon, this is your portfolio, this is everything you're doing. What would you do right now? And this is exactly what I would do. This is what I would do if it went right, and this is what I would do if it went wrong. And that's a part of trading. I can't control Kusama. I can't make it go to the moon. I can't do anything. But if it goes either way, I'm ready for it. Now, the next one I gave you guys yesterday as well was the dot trade. Very similar. This was my loading up zone. This is where I'm taking the trades. Same thing over here. I got my TP zones on where I'm looking to the upward side. So I'm happy. When it comes to a charting view, we broke out and we've tested trend. And right now we're still above trend. So I'm still happy. I'm buying up here. I'm loading up. This is where my trades are being entered. I have my stop loss under the previous low. It is also a very long support trend line. So that means if DOT loses this position, I'm going to make a lot of tokens because the next level that DOT can fall down to again is $10. Now, think about this now. So I'm entering this trade right now to make in the Q 35 to 55% dollar value if it goes right. If it goes wrong, because I'm buying it in the right area, we're breaking a very long support trend line, which means it can either come test these lows here again, or it can come test the support zone here, and maybe it even comes and tests this one over here, maybe in that zone. So if that happens, and we now break this, and I get stopped out in this region, and we go down to the next support, I know where I want to buy back. I want to be loading up back up in that zone over there. And what will I wait for? I'll wait for it to get to that zone. I will start dollar costing in. I will start entering in again. And I'll be waiting for that sidewaysness, the same way that it did over here. The same way it did the sideways over here. Same way it did the sideways over here. The same thing. That's what I'll be waiting for. And dollar costing in that zone beautifully. And what would that do for me? That would then say I've made another 35% more DOT tokens. So we keep thinking about this stupid currency over here. Where is it? This one over here. And we're not thinking about the one that is changing the damn world and is brand new to this world and is killing it right now out there. So I think that's a very valuable lesson that people ask, and it's beautiful. If this plays out and we get stopped out tomorrow, fantastic. I'm going to show you how we buy back 20% more tokens. If it goes right, I'm going to show you how we take 30 to 50% more dollars. Very simple. So what I'm saying today, guys, is to change that whole mental shift of what we've been in and to understand that I will never be able to tell the market 100% or control it. You will never be able to, but I have every single damn tool that can help me along the journey to do that. And if it's going up, I can accumulate dollars. If it's going down, I can accumulate tokens. Guys, if it's going down, I can't make dollars. No one can make dollars. But they can make Bitcoin. If it's going up, no one can make tokens, but they can only make dollars. It's very simple. So keep it to that format and keep the basic understanding of what we're actually chasing and what we're doing. So for now, I'm waiting for the Bitcoin to see if we hold that 37,500 sort of zone as the low. I've entered some short-term trades and I've got my stop losses in. I know they're all at very critical levels. Same with Bitcoin. There's a possibility again of Bitcoin going and testing the whales buying zone again. And that's all the way back at 34 to 33,000. So if that happens, I'm prepped for that. I'm going to accumulate some tokens. And if we do now, at some point, Bitcoin now breaks up and it shoots up back to this band and we start breaking, I'll make my dollars. So do you see how risk management behind everything makes a massive difference? And just by understanding that. And this is one section of my portfolio where it's my trading portfolio that I'm using at this time. And I know that I was speaking about the weekly RSI, that this is where I've been loading up for my HODL portfolio. I know that this, without emotion, without what's going on in the world, this has always been the best time to build a portfolio for the next few months, is when this weekly RSI has been at the bottom. So I've been building it to our basic plans and that of what I don't know if it's still here, the other one, but I will get it up for you guys on the next show. Just take that off there. So I know building my HODL now for my long term is super important, and we're at that stage. And now I'm also at that point where we're starting to get signals that we can be getting a breakout from some altcoins, which means my trading portfolio is now in play. And I got a beautiful strategy behind both of them. Now, remember, guys, I do have all of this stuff on CoinPanel. I'm going to be selecting. Give me some fantastic comments out there if you guys love it, what you enjoyed about it. I'm going to be selecting a winner where I'm going to be giving you guys a yearly subscription for CoinPanel. This is something that's very, 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 I just spoke to you guys about the strategy. And what I love about it is here's my CoinPanel chart here. And exactly that. There's my stop loss. There's where we're buying back. In that zone, we make 20% more Kusama. So all these things are loaded up for you guys. We have the chart of the day, which is on all the websites. We have the investment watch list. We have the trading watch list. The stuff's there, guys. If you're not going to work with me on these things, and if you are going to be more active with these things, you got to have the tools. It's a toolbox to your job. If you're a guy that works on ceilings, you need a good drill. You know what I mean? It's how it works in these sort of things. So let's keep on. Yeah, actually, David, I like David. David, you have won, brother. Enjoy it. Just use it. Use it wisely. If it goes wrong, make tokens. And if it goes up, make dollars. But just keep learning along the journey with us. I will be giving away one of these every show to you guys. And I want to see the guys that are consistent, the ones that are here that are really making a big difference. I do want to bring up something else as well, guys. You see this shirt that I'm wearing? I'm going to be doing some fantastic tweeting and some fantastic stuff out. We have some great merchandise that is getting ready, and this is going to be fantastic. Keep aware on Twitter. Keep aware. We have something beautiful coming, and I actually love it. I went to my cupboard yesterday, and I actually love that I've replaced all of my Nike and Adidas and all of these brands. Now I got Chainlink, and I got Avalanche, and I got Bitcoin, and I got Ethereum. That's what I wear every day. I'm damn proud for what I do. It's super, super, super exciting how this world's changing and all that. So be aware of that, and make sure you are with us on Twitter. Big and exciting things are coming. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today. Keep staying strong. I do have some news. I've gotten some news that my little baby could possibly be here within this week, within the next 72 hours. It is coming very near now, so I will be making sure that I still have content coming out to you guys and still teaching you guys in that time. I may not be going live on all the shows, and as I need to. Sniper's got to be a dad right now, and he's got to spend a little bit of time with the family and things that I do this for every day, and I need to be there for everyone right now. But I'm still here, and make sure you're still dedicated. Please make sure you're still part of everything and you're learning everything. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what's coming yet. It's quite scary to not know when something is happening. But we got a strategy behind everything, guys, and just keep learning with me, keep this journey with me, and we're all going to do fantastic together. So, guys, I hope you've learned a lot. I hope you understand everything, and I hope you have an absolute amazing day. I'm glad the office didn't burn down. We're all safe. I hope you are all safe, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's show.